Well, hello YouTube and TikTok channels. It's Belmont here. And for this week's video, I've been doing some thinking. So what you see in front of you is a possible set of tools, dipped from my own collection, of course, from my nephew, Lan. But in the words of the captain from Cool Hand Luke, what we got here is a failure to communicate. And I had a conversation with my niece Lay last night, and she made the most profound statement for a Capricorn female. And she knows what she said, and I know what she said. That's not something to be explained to the rest of the audience. And since my remastered edition, as he dubbed himself to me, watches Supernatural, then he might have heard Dean Winchester say that over a radio to some Secret Service agent who is chasing both of them. Now, it has come to my attention that another channel has also started perking up and talking more about the Zero Flipper since Mayhem Keys mention it more in the comments. And it is still what I would consider a rather expensive toy, if $400 is nothing to scoff at, especially even on AliExpress. And I definitely would love to find a substitution for it, just like Mayhem Keys said he found for himself. Sounds good. I want to learn some more about it. And as I look at my book, it needs some tweaking. So I'm not going back to formula on it, but I am holding it back now for a bit longer. I'm going to add some more details to it, because it definitely could use a little bit more filler material. And just like that for pen testing, there are always going to be endless amounts of keys for pen testing, from fire alarms to offices to doors to everything, to cabinets. Belmont's going to add a little bit more. He's going to refine it. He's going to be looking at some other books, seeing where if he missed any of the finer points. Now, if I was gonna dump this stuff out in front of you, what would you see? You'd see a set of the 5 most common bump keys. SC1, SC4, KW1, KW5, M1. You'd see the second set of TSA 002 and 007. You'd see a couple spare handcuff keys. You'd see what looks like a flex pass. And you'd be right, it's a copy one. You'd see some improvised tension wrenches made from very strong bra wire. And you'd see some handcuff bypass tools. You would even see some shim stock that's been cut into right size and has the markings to where they can be cut out. You'd even see a spam key on there. Why? Because a spam key is also good for very old school Volkswagen Bugs and buses. And you'd see my spare MK 9901 RV key. This is what I call a maybe pack. And as much as I want to actually give him a better starter than what I started with, I've even considered giving him a set of this. The Ranger set. I've even considered this 1 pound wallet of 8 different sets of picks. Or sorry, not 8 different sets of picks, 8 sets in one with 7 tension wrenches. But I would be remiss if I were to just foolishly send something like that his way with him failing to communicate. My niece communicates a lot more than he does. Even though she just bullshits at a given time, she still has him beat in frequency of calls. Also, for the summer, I'm hoping to add a wacky new cast member who would be joining me on these videos, both in sight, voice, and hands. I will update folks on what I've been up to lately a lot during these nights. I do communicate a lot with family because there's nothing more important than it. And family is not just blood, but who I take under me. So, I'm gonna refine the book. Might be a few more months. We're gonna add some more to it. Will I end up buying the tools? Yeah. It probably won't be anything as nice as this then, or as big and nice and hefty as Southford, because communication matters. It's going to do it for this week. Hope you've enjoyed. As always, this is Belmont saying, stick around.